American Imam declares Muslims cannot align with the LGBT movement. In a controversial Q&A session, Sheikh Karim Abu Zaid, Imam of the Colorado Muslim Community Center, voiced strong opposition to any alignment between Muslims and the LGBT community. The live stream event on the Salahuddin Future Academy USA, I think it's also goes by the name Safa for a short, YouTube channel, highlighted the growing tensions between conservative Islamic views and LGBT rights. Abu Zaid emphatically stated, "There is no such thing as aligning with LGBT. What do you mean a Muslim aligning with LGBT? Am I still going to call him a Muslim? Give me a break." The Imam further argued that the LGBT community seeks to push Muslims into an indecisive stance on the issue, drawing parallels to religious narratives to reinforce his position. This incident reflects a broader pattern of some Islamic religious leaders taking a hardline stance against LGBT rights, illustrating the complex challenges of reconciling traditional religious beliefs with evolving social norms and human rights issues in diverse societies. Um, so Armin, please bring forth the video.
Oh, yes. Let's continue. So how many should we play it all the way? Yeah, it's only 1 minute, so let's watch it all the way through. This is the Imam, guys.
There is no such a thing aligning with LGBT. What do you mean a Muslim aligning with LGBT? I mean,
Wait a second. LBGT? LBGT? He's getting the order wrong. Hold on.
there is no such a thing aligning.
Armin, there's this comedian that I follow, and he's Iraqi, and he says the LG L, I'm sorry, the LBHDTV the LBHDTV. Dude, that's too funny.
Oh my god. Okay. I like how they put the subtitles and they corrected it for him. Like he's saying LBGT, but the subtitles say LGBT. Okay, so I'm not gonna pause. Let's listen all the way through.
There is no such a thing aligning with LGBT. What do you mean a Muslim aligning with LGBT? I mean, I'm still going to call him a Muslim. I mean, give me a break. I mean, you know what was the sin of the wife of Prophet Lut alayhi salam? What was her sin? No, she didn't have that resolute position that her husband had. Never a wife of a prophet would do something like that. But she was willing to accommodate. It's okay. You see, there is a position, ya ikhwa, is the being determined. This is right or this is wrong. You see, what they want you to do is to move from that domain to that domain of being indecisive. Maybe should let, so a Muslim entertaining the entire concept of I mean, and you want to unite with this person? Unite on what foundation? Unite on what? Unity is on the truth.
So some people didn't understand what he's saying. Saying what? So I think he's talking about his. Hold on.
She did.
So what was the sin of the Prophet? Yeah, Prophet Lot, his wife, turned into a pillar of salt. So he's saying, what was her sin? So somebody, I think, answered in the audience saying that she turned it around.
What was the sin?
Because we're talking about Sodom, right? He's saying that the sin, basically raining down fire on Sodom was because these people were gay. They were gay, so that was their sin, right? So he's saying, what was the sin of the wife of Prophet of Lot?
Of the wife of Prophet Lut alayhi salam. What was her sin?
Somebody said in the crowd, she turned around.
No. She didn't have that resolute position that her husband had.
So her turning around is kind of like shows that she was concerned for those people in the city. She was like, "Oh no, what is happening to them?" So she was LGBT friendly. Prophet Lot's wife was kind of like she didn't. I mean, she hated them, but not as much as her husband Lot. She was like, "Oh no, they're catching fire." So she turned. So her turning back was not the turning back, was a demonstration of her not being strong against those people. So if you're LGBT friendly, if you are not aggressively anti-LGBT, it's basically you are kind of like the wife of Prophet Lot. That's what her point his point is. She was an LGBT sympathizer.
No, excuse me. She was an LG HDTV sympathizer. That's gonna be the
Oh
only way I
god.
refer to my own community now because I just find it so funny. Oh, so
I
Mufti
mean
Armin,
the fun
go ahead. Sorry.
I mean the funny thing is that the people of Sodom were wrong and deserved to be have fire rained upon them for having, same sex relationships. And then Prophet Law is being celebrated even though he was offering his daughters to be raped to a whole crowd of people. So that
Yeah.
is apparently okay. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, the standards are weird here.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
good way of putting it. No, and I mean, Mufti Armin, please,
Mm.
everyone, use if you're a member. Members can use the
So
Mufti Armin emoji. Don't forget. Mufti
right.
Armin, please, please put on your Mufti hat and give us your ruling. Like, is this guy off base?
All right.
Is he correct?
So at first glance, you might be tempted as a Muslim to say that what he's saying is not correct, because it seems like he's suggesting that if you are gay, if you have same sex, then you're not a Muslim. Okay, and that is not Islamic. In Islam, if you are naturally made in a way that you enjoy sexual relationship with the same sex, that is actually a blessing Islamically. Why? Why is it a blessing? Because God has decided to make your life harder. It has given you more opportunity to get closer to God. So you are being tested, you are special. So Islamically, if you have gay desires, you are actually special because God, for some reason, has decided to give you more opportunities to get close to God by making your life more difficult, by making it more challenging for you to obey God's command. You have a bigger advantage over people that their lives are not this hard. I have as a straight man myself, I would have less temptations than you have to, and because of the more temptations that you have more opportunities to show God how much faith you have. So that's the Islamic position. So technically, having gay desires does not make you not a Muslim, right? However, upon closer inspection, this preacher, this Imam, he's not saying that LGBT is, he's not saying people with gay desires are not Muslim. He's saying LGBT. That there's a difference that you infidels don't understand. It, you do not. It's not okay for you to make your sin your identity. Okay, you have a weakness. You are tempted, but don't call yourself gay. Don't call yourself a lesbian, because why would you make your sin? Why would you make a desire for sin as part of your identity, as if the sinning is something to be celebrated? For example, if I have a desire as a straight man, if I see a sexy lady and I want to have sex with her without being married to her, right? That would be a desire that I have for sin. Okay? If I don't give it, if I don't give into that temptation, I will win. I will get closer to God. That temptation is there. That temptation is a test. I'm supposed to not give into it. If I, instead of fighting it, if I go all of a sudden take that desire for sinning and be proud of it and make that into my identity, that is not okay. That is not Islamically allowed.
That's
I should be
called
fighting
being
that
red
temptation.
pilled and a pickup artist.
You're right, right. So, and this, and he's correct to call this such a person not a Muslim, because you basically have gone so far away out of the fold of Islam. Because not only you are making it seem that there's a sin that it's okay to give into, you're actually celebrating it as something to be proud of. That will take you out of the fold of Islam. So what I'm saying that it's okay is that if you have the temptations to have sex with the same gender, you are not guilty of having that temptation. In fact, you are worthy of celebration if you have that temptation and you do not give into it. You should be congratulated for that as a good Muslim that did not give into temptation. So just because what these infidels call gay, we will call people with these temptations, because we don't want to identify you with your sins, right? We don't want to give you that identity. Okay. We say people with like weird temptations, right? What these other people call gay, being gay is not a sin. Giving into your gay desires, that is a sin. Then giving, and okay, so there's three categories. People who have that desire, they don't give into them. Fantastic. People who have these desires, they give into them, but they know that this is a sin. They accept that they're sinning.
And they
They
repent.
are sinning. Yes, they are. And even if they don't repent, they will just burn for that specific sin in the afterlife, and they will after that go to heaven. The most important thing is that they're still a Muslim. So if I'm a Muslim, if I have desires to the same sex, and I give in to that desire and go have that sex, I am sinning, but I am a Muslim who's sinning. I'm still a Muslim, still a Muslim. Then there's a third category that is has that desire, gives into it, goes and have sex with it, and says that this is okay, that this is not a sin. This third category is the worst possible category, because now you have exited the fold of Islam. Now you are worthy of takfiring. Now it is okay to call you not a Muslim. And you are in the worst possible situation that you could be, not even close to that second category. That second category, Muslim that is sinning, people sin. Muslims sin all the time. That is not weird. That is something that you will have to pay for it one day, but God will eventually forgive you. This last category, you have been doomed. You have now exited Islam, and your place will be in fire for eternity. This is what we have to avoid. Even if you're sinning, even if you're a Muslim who's sinning, just acknowledge that you are disobeying God. Just acknowledge that this is a sin. Continue with your sin. Maybe one day you will repent, or maybe you will pay for it in the hereafter, whatever. But you are in such a superior position than the other person who says that he's a Muslim, who is sinning, and he's denying that this is a commandment from Allah. That position you have left. We are not Khawarij if we takfir that. The second category, if you takfir them, meaning that if you kick them out of, you denounce them as Muslims, if you say the second category is not a Muslim, we could call you Khawarij. But which is the practice of takfiring that is not allowed in Shia and Sunni Islam. But the third category, if you announce them as non-Muslim, that is completely within the understanding of all Islamic scholars, both Sunni and Shia, that you could takfir this motherfucker, right? And yeah, so this when he's criticizing the LGBT so-called Muslims and non-Muslims, because people who are LGBT, they're not just having gay sex, they are using the label LGBT, they're waving the flag, they're proud of their sins. So this movement, the people who belong to this movement, he is correct Islamically to say that they are not Muslim.
Well, thank you, Mufti Armin, for your
Mm.
insight and wisdom, which brings us to
Welcome.
our next Mufti Armin question, which is submitted to the Mufti. We're going to use this like this is a halal fatwa hotline. Asian American is asking, is it halal to edge but haram to nut?
No. It's not halal to edge because the temptation has to come from God. The Muslims themselves. So when I say the temptation is a blessing, you cannot, as a Muslim yourself, go tempt yourself or other Muslims. Just think that I'm doing something good because I'm bringing blessings upon their life. If you, as a human, if you increase temptations in this world, you are sinning. The temptation, the test comes from God directly himself. We humans ourselves are supposed to be reducing temptations. We should not be increasing temptation. God, it's up to God who would be tempted and who would be tested. So no, edging is not allowed.
I wanted to highlight a comment that D found on this news, or if you could scroll down.
Did you like how seriously I took that question?
I mean, these are serious matters.
Yes. Okay.
You know, so and so earlier in the stream was accusing me of not being a serious entity. Okay, we are dealing with some serious matters. I'm taking it seriously.
Yes.
And we need to get this determined when we're talking about that nut. Okay.
God.
So I'm gonna
Armin,
I'm gonna read aloud this one. It cuts off on the website, so I went to Twitter. I'll just read it aloud right now. You don't need to go click. But someone commented on the video of this saying he's exercising his free speech, a quintessential defining act of American liberty and values. Zionists like you are aggressively seeking to suppress his ability to do so and that of others whose views you disagree with, an enormously anti-American, even terroristic practice. Thus, you have literally proven him right. Islam appears to be America's last hope, or at the very least, certainly a far more promising hope than Zionists would ever remotely come close to being. This is so stupid. The idea that they clip out part of a speech that he gave and just repost it to just show what someone said coming out of their own mouth as suppressing someone's free speech as an anti-American act is so dumb. Like, I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, I mean, you're not suppressing his speech. You're actually helping his speech. You're amplifying his speech. This is the opposite of. Yeah. You're basically helping him with his speech. Let more people hear it. What the hell?
They're literally just holding up and being like, "This is a thing this guy said. Look at this."
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is anti-American and terroristic. Even like, pull your.
Why are you silencing this man by showing it to other people?
I want to shake that person and be like, "Get it together."
Oh my God. What the hell?
Get it together. And then Armin, can you scroll down to the last one?
Oh.
The last one is good. You just scroll all the way down. The person who's just saying, when they tell you who they are.
Exactly.
This is what I've been saying, you guys. When someone tells you who they are, just believe them. Give them the respect of believing them.
Kenny saying, yeah, that's a weird form of censorship.
Oh my Lord.
Yes.
Okay, so we got a few remaining super chats from GJ. So let's go through those. GJ is celebrating his membership for 24 months. Thank you, GJ. And he is offended at something I said about the last source that he brought up on the last segment, saying, okay, Susanna, one random website, too dismissive. This random website was Google's top search result, okay? GJ, you have to think about things from my perspective. I am running a show. Someone in a live chat tells me about some source that is proving their point that they make. Okay, I would be practicing pretty bad epistemology if I'm just running with what some person in a live chat says that they pulled from the top result of Google as like the number one truth. Like that is not how I establish what truth is. That is not my epistemology. Like it to from my perspective, it is a random website. Like I've never seen this website before. I haven't looked into their methodology. I don't know how they gather their data. Like it my friend. You have people need to understand how much bizarre nonsense people toss at us while we're sitting here doing the live stream from the chat. Like I would be an idiot if I'm just believing what anyone pulls from any source and being like, well, this source says this. Also, regardless of if it's the top results of Google, I'm gonna have to do more research and understanding to establish if that's true. I don't care if it's the top result of Google, my friend. Like I don't. There's a lot more that goes into establishing what is true than that. Um, GJ also said, "Thank you for the super chat." Saying at Armin, how ranks only
Who?
talking about the desire.
I don't
So
know what that means.
I think what he means is you were talking about what happens with the temptations, the different levels of the temptations versus acts and so forth. So if you're only amongst those different things that happen with the different levels of the temptation, okay, where does just talking about the desire and temptation play in?
Wait, I don't understand. The strength of the desire in
No,
my
talk,
categorization. Oh, yes.
talking about the
Say it.
desire. Where does that rank in terms of
Oh,
the
depends on the intention. Are you talking about the desire to make it more desirable and spread the temptation, or are you trying to see it as a problem and you're trying to help people overcome it? One of them, the first one is a sin. The second one has sabab. The second one is a good deed.
Mm,
I'm not
mm.
sure if I understand. Does that answer your question? I'm not sure if I understand. Oh,
Yeah,
so only talking about the desire. Yeah, depends on now I understand the question. It depends on the intention. If you're talking about sinful desires and you're trying to make it so you're talking about it in a way to try to help people avoid them, then that's good. But if you're talking about it in a way that tempts people to do it, well, that's bad. That's the difference.
Okay, so let's go to John is celebrating his membership for 4 months. Thank you, John. Saying appreciate the work y'all do, disregard the malarkey. Oh, don't
Well,
worry, John.
thank
It is
you.
water off a duck's back. Don't worry, my
Well,
friend.
I mean, I do not. We actually have fun with them. So
Yeah,
the malarkey, like it. Yeah.
malarkey, such a good word.
Mm.
This baloney, this malarkey, shenanigans, tomfoolery. And Semper Fi is just saying, handsome Armin. You wanted,
Yes, thank you.
yeah, the look on
I
your
want to.
face.
I...
You're like, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So silly, so silly. And Carl just gave a super chat, just super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker, Carl.
Thank you, Carl. Yes, guys, do you know what time it is? The
Oh my
time
god.
for you.
Sorry. Uzair is calling me
You
out.
just
Semper
ruined my.
Fi. I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed. I apologize.
You
Continue.
ruined. My final speech. I'm not gonna say it anymore. Just like the stream. I was just going to make a funny comment about why you should be liking the stream, but Susanna just interrupted me halfway through. She could not wait for 5 seconds before she said that thing. Oh, I feel look at her. She looks like a squirrel. Oh god, the hiding. Okay.
I'm gonna go yeehaw and shame.
Okay,
So
that's too
continue.
funny. Too funny. No. Just I was just gonna tell people to like the stream. If you haven't, just check the like button. If it's not, what color is it when you click on it? Hold on. Oh, it just gets yeah. If it's not white, make it white, and leave a comment after the show is over. Make sure you're subscribed. Again, if you're watching this on Twitter, and holy crap, 600 people are watching us, and 650 people are watching us on Twitter.
God
Come
damn.
over to YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Search for Atheist Republic on YouTube and subscribe over there. And yeah, if you're subscribed, hit the bell notification. Go tell everybody. Go shout it off the rooftops. Tell people to subscribe to Atheist Republic. Unless you're in an Islamic country, then do not shout it off the rooftops, you idiots. Do not do that. What is this? If it's not white, what is this? Oh shit. No, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. Guys, don't make what I said seem like something.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
oh, I have it on dark mode, by the way. That's why it turns white? Is it
Mhm.
a different thing for you guys? That's not what I mean, guys. Stop it. Stop. Anyways, let's get out of here before more
So
people accuse me
silly.
of racism.
Wait, we got one
Yes,
more
you
super
guys
chat.
are sick. Oh, we do? Okay.
Zaid, I absolutely love taking Norman out of context. It is so funny.
Yes.
We got another super chat from GJ, just closing us out. Saint Susanna, I never asked you to blindly trust it. Please don't dismiss it after checking it, or don't check it, but then don't dismiss what you know nothing about, right? GJ, we
She
literally
did not
we're gonna look
dismiss it.
into it.
She literally said she's going to look into it. How is that dismissing it?
We're
Oh my
just not
god.
taking it at face value. I'm gonna be honest, my friend, you're being a bit sensitive.
Yes, she said she's going to check it later. Saying she's going to check it later is the literal opposite of dismissing it.
You're being a little sensitive for a Dutchman that loves to talk about how the Dutch love to be blunt. You're being a little bit sensitive about me being blunt with you.
It's okay.
Let me be honest.
It's okay.
But that's okay.
It's okay.
I'm a sensitive person too. I am. So it's okay. But
Oh, he's saying okay. Yes,
yeah,
okay.
you know, we're not gonna stop everything in the middle of the live chat to go investigate the thing. We got stuff to do.
We just said that we do not trust that now, but we will check it later. Anyways, we gotta go. I have to get ready for the atheist.
Are we still
experience show.
monetized, by the way?
I think we are. Yeah, the new way YouTube demonetizes us, it just waits until the stream is over. So these days, that's how, like, right after the stream is over, yeah, throughout the stream we're monetized. Oh, what the hell? I forgot to. Yes, we are still monetized, but after the stream is over, it will go and demonetize. Which reminds us, guys, support us financially if you can, because we do get demonetized after the show.
And it goes a long ways. It goes a very long ways to supporting our work. And the community and everyone
you're getting
that gets to come here and enjoy our time and escape from a lot of stuff in their life, or maybe places where they can't be free to express themselves, and they come here and they feel like they have a community. That's who's really being supported.
First off, GJ is celebrating the progress that we're getting less demonetized. I mean, yeah, so that's good. And also, here's a compliment for you.
Thank you.
Do you know who makes the most amazing, gorgeous, and other adjectives that I can't use here on YouTube, blasphemous art ever? We do! And for some reason, we are giving it away for free. Download them now using the link in the description before we change our mind.